Good morning. Well, my topic today is making good decisions, and I go a little bit about myself. I've been in trouble, and I've gotten in trouble many times before, by teachers at school, or by friends, and of course my parents. But those people are all distant from each other, meaning they're all different people. However, they all say the same thing. They all say, "John, you're not a bad kid. You just make stupid decisions." Now, that means something to me, because I know I'm not a bad kid. And I do make stupid decisions, like fooling around in class sometimes. But sometimes you gotta think of it like this. You're taking a math test, right? And you make an addition error. Now, you didn't mean to get the problem wrong. You just made a stupid mistake. You have to accept that challenge, you have to accept that mistake on the test. And next time, on your next test, you better double check and redo the problem to make sure it's right. Now that little metaphor right there is the whole process of making good decisions. Now, what I believe in is what you put into the world is what you get out of it. If I make a bad decision, I regret it completely. I feel the need to make it up by doing something really good. I usually make repetitive good decisions because I believe that something good will happen to me if I do that. When you're making decisions, it's your choice. It's not his. When you come across an opportunity to make a wise choice or a dumb choice, you hear that little man inside you. Now, that little man is the Holy Spirit. He's guiding our way through life. And when you come across an opportunity to make a bad decision, think to yourself every possible outcome of that choice. Even if one outcome is a little bad, or you think you could get in trouble, don't do it. Be strong and pick the other road. Now, from Proverbs 1:15-16, it reads, "My son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into evil, and they are swift to shed blood." Now, what does that mean? Well, when it refers to them, it refers to the people that make bad decisions, like as a living, and they just don't care about what other people think. When they do care about, or they don't care about other people, or even property that isn't theirs, they usually tend to not make the right decision because what do they care? Well, they don't care. If a group of teenage boys are walking down the street and see a man running towards them, and one of the kids trips the man, what do they care? They were just loud because they're immature and they want to have some fun. Now, what if that guy running is late to his third job for the day to manage money to support his family? Maybe you should think about that next time. So just because you're in a group or hanging with a few friends doesn't mean you have to do what they're doing. Yeah, sure, have some fun with them. Don't make bad decisions. Don't be smoking in some alley in the middle of town or being rude to people walking down the streets. Because I can tell you right now, none of those things are right no matter how old you are or where you are. I know in my life, I've said no to a whole lot of things, but not quite everything because no one's perfect. In my lifetime, or from my point of view, saying no is easy. Just say no. Just a few weeks ago, actually, true story, a kid asked me to hang out at his house. Now, this kid's my friend at school, but unfortunately he has a reputation of being a junkie, not the best kid. And I knew what he wanted to do, so my words exactly were, "Nah, dude, I don't do the things you do for fun." Because he thinks it's fun, but I don't. So remember, when your friends ask you to do something, is it bad? That's what you gotta think. Would my parents let me do this? What if Jesus were face to face with me right now? What would he say to you? But sometimes you do make mistakes and you gotta learn from them. A very famous saying goes like this: "A fool will learn from his mistakes, while a wise man learns from others' mistakes." Now, what does that mean? It means that if you're really smart and if you're really thinking about it, instead of learning from your mistake, you learn from another guy's mistake, so you wouldn't even have to go to that idea that you even made a bad decision in the first place. However, some people do make the wrong choice and unfortunately have to deal with it. Now, being a strong person, when that happens to you, you accept the consequences and you can make sure it never happens again. In Proverbs 1:4-5, it reads, "For giving wisdom to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth, let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance." Now, to me, I think that's a pretty cool verse. because I know what it means, and I can relate to it completely. I've taught many, many people what I've thought, and they definitely understand it. Because if one person makes a bad decision, he sets an example for maybe a younger kid to make another bad decision, which can lead to a chain of bad events. So be the good person, and make the right choice next time, because it surely will make a huge difference, whether you know it or not. Thank you.